Jai Sri Narayan. Jai Sri Narayan. Jai Sri Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to the Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to the 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world. Today, we continue in our celebrations of the month of the Ramanujans. And I said earlier last week that we initially started the celebrations of the month of the Ramanujans with our Adi Guru, Lord Sri Ramanujacharya and Swami Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. And then we said that all who belong to the Sri Narayan Dham, all who follow us, all who follow our teachings, all who follow the teachings of Lord Sri Ramanuj internationally, we are celebrating each and every one of us in the month of the Ramanujans, the entire Sri Sampradaya, in the month of the Ramanujans. But this celebration is unique to the Sri Narayan Dham, and I hope one day that it can be embraced internationally. Having said all of that, I found a lot of activity on my main Acharya Sham Ramanuj page today on WhatsApp. Yes? What was happening there, Tivesne? What was happening on my page? Hive of activity. Vasudeva? From the morning, messages. I myself have not received so many messages in my life. Well, I'm a one God follower, Lord Sriman Narayan. If you follow 330 million gods, then this is the amount of messages you'll get in your WhatsApp. All right? Everything has a logical answer. All right, Sitha? On behalf of all of us at the Sri Sampradaya and the Sri Narayan Dham, we celebrate each one of us. We are real Ramanujans. And I don't understand how you was born in this month. But since you are here, we're going to celebrate your birthday today. All right? So we wish you a happy birthday. And I'm not going to go into details, but when I met Sitha and when I went to bless her abode, Sitha and her abode was in a very dark place. That abode that Sitha was in, you could cut the atmosphere with a knife. And my first instruction to her was, leave as soon as possible. And I gave her instructions where to go and live. And she complied. And she went to that abode. And from there, up and down, given me the best and worst of food, Sitha has survived up to today. It has been a long journey. I think it started in 2019, Sitha? 2019, 2 years. She has survived. In the 2 years, I think she must have changed occupation about 6 times now, Sitha. Sitha is unique, so I gave a unique blessing. I got so tired of blessing all the jobs. I blessed her one time for 1,000,000 jobs in this lifetime. So at any time she leaves any job, she gets blessed and she starts the next job. You won't, it is so seamless, you won't even know Sitha has left her job. Yes, Sitha?
Yes.
Yeah, she just come to the Guru, okay, I'm on my new job now. I didn't like that girl, how she was looking at me. I said, all right, Sitha, take the next job. So I think she is on a 6th or 7th job now. Let's see next year birthday how many jobs. This is how a guru-disciple relationship works. This is how a guru-disciple relationship works. Even if now I tell Sitha I need a cup of tea, you'll hear creaks and sounds and jumping and hopping. She might fall about 5 times before she reaches the kitchen. Then she'll drop about 5 or 6 cups, break my everything in the kitchen until she can get me my tea. All she is interested in the Guru wants tea. She doesn't care who she tramps, how she gets there, what she burns, what she breaks. As long as the Guru got her tea. Please do not follow this. I won't have ashram left. Or I might die of starvation, because if I ask you to give me food or any liquid, this ashram will be broken if you follow Sitha's. All right, leave that unique to Sitha. So in this celebration, I said from time to time I'm going to explain to you my personal journey into the Sri Sampradaya. So 2019, August, I think, in August, Guruji's ashram was in a turmoil for many years, and it was upsetting me. And those of you that know me, Jessica, I am very militant in my approach, notwithstanding the fact that I am a Guru. Nobody said a Guru can't be militant. So I wanted to go to India and sit outside Guruji's ashram and go on a hunger fast so that the problems that the ashram was facing get resolved. I wanted to bring attention to our ashram. But Lord Sri Ramanuj and Guruji had other plans. Whilst we were en route, somehow we were diverted from the original reason why I was going to India. Vasudeva, you remember? I was going to fight and starve. Okay? So in these trips, when you go to a foreign country, and especially our ashram, I saw many police commissioners, ministers visiting that ashram, and I didn't know what my circumstances will be when I reach the ashram, because you all know the story in India. a bag of drugs could have been planted on me and I could have been detained because of the reason that I was going to the ashram. All right? But once you surrender, then you don't worry about tomorrow. Once you surrender, you do not worry about tomorrow, you only worry about the now. You only worry about the now. Tomorrow, whom you surrender to, tomorrow belongs to him. Whatever circumstances he places you in tomorrow, it's his prerogative because you have surrendered. Surrender means hands up, criminal. Imagine you're a housebreaker and the police catch you. From the time you put your hands up, every day belongs to either the correctional service or the judicial system or the criminal system. Yes? Have you any say in it? Similarly, when you surrender to the Supreme Lord, then all your tomorrows belong to him, Jessica. And if all the tomorrows belong to him, there's no reason to stress today, Jessica. No reason to stress because you have surrendered. Surrender and stress cannot be used in the same dimension. Once you surrender, Sitha, you don't have to fall all the way to the kitchen. Just walk to the kitchen and walk back. No stress. So I didn't care what happened. I didn't even make a plan. And even when I went with Vasudeva 2017, we went to the ashram when it was not safe to do so. 2017, but we made sure we go to the ashram. I made sure Vasudeva and Melissa go to Guruji's samadhi and take Guruji's blessings whilst they were waiting for us. We went on Facebook Live and we said we are in the vicinity. And they thought it was a joke. So one of them put a location in China and said, I am in China. And whilst he was thinking he was in China, Vasudeva can slip into any place incognito. And he went right past them together with Melissa, took the darshan, came back, because we had a former policeman leading us. We went in a tuk-tuk. Nobody expected us in a tuk-tuk. And we saw them looking all over. Then we jumped into Swami Madhusudan's car, his twin cab, his Fortuner. And then we went further into Faridabad, where we had a long discussion. We exchanged gifts. And even then, if the photographs are still available somewhere, you'll see a huge light. No spotlight, but when we were all together in the photographs, you'll see a huge light covering all of us. And you can work out what this huge light that covered us was. 2019, I got a call from one of my devotees in India, and they said they are looking for you in Delhi. They are looking for you in Delhi. All right. At the same time, a Sri Vaishnavite from America violated a few protocols, but he ensured that I get accommodation at the Jiva campus in Hyderabad. So our flight was from Durban to Delhi, and we were supposed to go to Faridabad. It turned from Durban to Delhi, and we came to Hyderabad. We stayed a few days at the ashram of Chinna Jayar Swami, my own guru's ashram. I had to go like a rogue. My own guru's ashram. The first time when I went in 2015, I was treated like a prisoner. 2015. My own guru's ashram. I starved the entire day. No water, no food. I was detained in a room. By my guru's family. I came back 2017. Even when I took Ravna, we still could not. We had to hide and go. But at least 2017, I had Ravna as a backup. 2015, no phone, no laptop, no communication with South Africa. But I survived because I am surrendered to my Guru. 2019, when I went to Hyderabad, I had people with placards, "Welcome to Hyderabad, welcome to Jiva campus, Acharya Ramanuj." I was treated like a celebrity. But in my own Guru's ashram, I was treated like a prisoner. And Vasan, when I went with you, we were treated like criminals. And look at the power of my Guru. He took me, he turned me around, and he sent me to Jiva campus because it was Swami Chinna Jayar Swami who consecrated the Sri Siddhartha ashram. When Guruji opened Sri Siddhartha ashram, that ashram was consecrated by Chinna Jayar Swami. So, after my first night, I had a meeting with Chinna Jayar Swami, and I explained all circumstances pertaining to me. And he said, "Sham Ramanuj, do not get involved in these matters. Your job is to expound the teachings of Lord Sri Ramanuj." I explained to him the circumstances of my initiation, and I asked him if I need to authenticate myself any further in the Sri Sampradaya, and he said, "No, I know your Guru. I know your Guru. There is no need to authenticate. There is no need for further initiations. And he even gave me his platform on Sri Krishna Janmashtami to say a few words from the Sri Narayan Dham. Then I went to his ashram in the morning when he have his morning invocation, and I saw Lord Ram and Mother Sitha in his main shrine. And all of a sudden, from the murti of Lord Ram, something entered me and dissolved my bones. I thought I am going to die. I thought it was fatigue. I thought it might have been my sugar. So I went the next day, same time, and the same thing happened. I went with a former devotee from this satsang. We were living together in the same room. So I was explaining to him that I am afraid to come the third day because of this intense feeling from the murti into myself, and I feel my bones are dissolving. So at the meeting with Chinnajaya Swami, I felt it was necessary to explain to him this experience I was having. And he said that the Lord resides in the heart of everyone, but He comes alive in the hearts of very few. And this was the feeling that I was experiencing. So I requested of him to assist me in tracing the roots of Lord Sri Ramanuj. Remember, Chinnajaya Swami has ashrams internationally. He is never at one place. And as I said, protocol was broken for me to have gone to Jiva campus and to meet him. Before him making sure that I retrace the footsteps of Lord Sri Ramanuj properly, he allowed me to go to the Statue of Equality. You all seen the Statue of Equality? So when I entered the premises, I saw people busy chiseling balustrades. So I took the chisel from one of the workers and pretended to, as if I had chiseled that balustrade. We took quite a few photographs. It can be found with our Vishwadhar. Okay, he can post it in this discourse. Then we went up to the Statue of Equality, and people were doing seva. They were washing that area where the statue is situated. And we took the broom, we took a few photographs. And I sang Lord Sri Ramanuja's mantra 3 times round the Statue of Equality. We had access whilst this was still in construction by Swami Chinnajaya, which I don't think he does and gives this privilege to a whole lot of people, because that domain is not consecrated even as of today. I think next year they're going to consecrate that murti. All right? And then he is always on schedule. But after the morning service, he did not bless the people that were gathered there. He called one of his disciples and he spent over half an hour in detail plotting our way from Hyderabad to Sri Lanka. In detail. So straight from Hyderabad, we wanted to take a train. And then I don't think Lord Sri Ramanuj wanted me to take a train and get tired to retrace his footsteps. Remember, he walked across India and he wanted me to fly. I took 4 flights down and 4 flights up. We flew from city to city, from place to place. All right? And our first flight was taking us to Lord Sri Ramanuj's birthplace. I want to spell it for you. That's why I got this book open. Sri Perum Budur. SRIPERUMBUDUR. That is the birthplace of Lord Sri Ramanuj. We flew I'm not too sure the name of the city, and we took a taxi, and all of a sudden we were in ancient India, 1000 years back. The city, the ashram, over 3000 years. The ashram, over 3000 years. Can you believe that feeling you get when you enter an ashram made of blocks, which is over 3000? Lord Sri Ramanuj is 1004 years. The ashram itself, over 3000 years. What feeling you think you'll experience satisfied? We landed there on the night of the 4th of September. We took a taxi, and the cab driver couldn't find the exact locality. So we were delayed a bit, but we landed at about 8:30 on the road of the ashram, where there is a murti of Lord Sri Ramanuj at his birthplace. 4th of September. Blue skies. Blue skies. So we took our suitcases, we kept it in that lodging, and we came out immediately. Not even 3 or 4 minutes, because something was drawing me to the ashram. I wanted to see that ashram at the birthplace of Lord Sri Ramanuj immediately. I could not wait to see it the next morning. And again, there's videos, and I gave a commentary on this video because that's how divine it was. As soon as we stepped outside, beautiful rain, no clouds. Captured on video, and I gave a commentary. Beautiful rain, you can see the drizzle. and I showed the sky. Sky is blue. We walked to the temple gates and we were stopped at the temple by one of the disciples, and he spoke a little bit English. We captured this conversation. I think Vishwadhar must send this video with this discourse. All right? We captured the conversation. He spoke in English and he said, "Tonight you cannot enter this temple because Lord Sri Ramanuj has just entered about an hour ago." And we asked him why. He said, "Lord Sri Ramanuj enters this temple on the 4th of every month because we do a monthly birthday on the 5th. And he has just entered, we cannot disturb." And then I asked him, "Why is it raining?" And he could not answer. We stayed there for 2 nights. We experienced everything that I was meant to experience. And I bought Lord Sri Ramanuj's Murti from that ashram that is lining. See that small Murti? We bought it from the ashram of his birthplace. Are there any questions? I see today you can hear a pin drop because you like stories. You like soapies. Look at Premila, absolutely ecstatic. Premila?
The story was so interesting, like in India.
Yes. Okay. So there's nothing that happens from this Vyasasana is a figment of my imagination. I have experienced, and I deliver to you my experience. And if, Queen, you follow all my experiences, you'll be queen for the rest of your human life on this earth. Your initiated name will be Queen Kunti. Queen, your initiated name will be Queen Kunti. All right? A few years' time, Queen Kunti, then it will fit in the Sri Sampradaya. If I just keep calling you Queen, it's obscene, isn't it? We need you to fit in exactly. So you'll continue with your, even if you take initiation, the Queen will still be there. You'll still be in the royal dimension. Only thing with vegetables. Queen? Only thing with vegetables. All right? We need to look for a prince. We need to look for a prince. Yes, his qualification must be farmer, yeah, vegetable. That is why I leave it to you.
I'll find one.
He must come with his hoe and his sickle. Queen?
Yes, sir.
He'll be a strong, handsome man. Strong, handsome man. You can pamper him with all your scones eggless scones. Okay? Are there any questions? Any questions?
Sorry, tell us about the vibe when you was there, like when you was at Lord Ramanujans' ashram.
Well, we were lost in time. It's like you opened a curtain and you went back a few thousand years. Right? A few thousand years. So the next morning, there was a satsang, abhishekam, and the whole town was present. Whole town was present. Then they take the murti. There's two types of murtis. One stay in the ashram and another murti must go out so people can see that murti. I'll find the right terminologies later. And we were fortunate that to see No, it's fine. We were fortunate that to follow this procession through town. We were fortunate to follow this procession to town, and once again, it's a feeling that cannot be described. I'd like, and I hope, each of you has the opportunity to follow this route that I followed. Go south. Go south. Our Ganges is in the Kaveri, in the south. Go south. Everything is in the south. The vibration you cannot describe. All of south. Tomorrow we'll discuss Sri Rangam. But I want you to take cognizance. You, especially you that are here, that have experienced a different dimension here at the Sri Narayan Dham. You that you experienced potency here. Life-changing potency that you experienced here is only because the Sampradaya exists here. The Sampradaya exists here. This potency, this feeling, Rojbhai, when you enter this ashram premises, is only in this premises. If you go next door this side, or if you go next door that side, you can't find it. Only today this ashram is beautiful. This ashram was looking worse than this side, and worse than that side, worse than this side, and worse than this side. But the feeling was absolutely blissful from the day we started our very, very first satsang. Then, if the Guru was welcomed, remember, there was no planning of me going to South India. No planning. But I landed at Lord Sri Ramanujan's birthplace on the eve of his monthly birthday. I was welcomed by him personally when he showered that rain, which had no clouds. And as soon as we went back into our lodge, there was no rain. You understand? And that same effect has happened here. on many occasions. And even on the occasion when I was celebrating Lord Sri Ramanujans' 1000th birthday. I was living in Reservoir. Vishwadhar was the driver of the vehicle. It was a normal, absolutely normal, cloudless, sunny day. Yes, Vasudeva? The minute I jumped in the car, Nilendri, from Reservoir, what happened? Right up until Kampara. Then